Hey, what's going on, guys? This is John with Average John Fishing. I was covered in wheat. Oh! Say hi to the camera, kitty cat. Thanks for watching, and I am really excited to do this video today. I'm just really excited. This is my first ever subscription tackle box unboxing. Today's tackle box is brought to you by a company called Tackle Monkey, and now they're a fairly new company. They were started within the last year. They're based out of Tennessee, and it's three guys that decided to get together and go ahead and do this. They guarantee catching bass with this box. It's on their website, it's on their Twitter page. They said this is the first subscription tackle box that is guaranteed to catch bass. That is a big it's a big thing to say. Really, it is. And it's really a jab, it seems like to me. And I actually talked to one of the gentlemen there. I brought that up. He said, you know, it's not what they're going for, but really it feels like a jab against some of the other companies out there. And now they go ahead and they personally try out everything that they send you in the box. So instead of just taking whatever they can find, tossing it in a box and sending it out to you, you know, they're really taking that time to really get to know the baits. And on top of that, if you ever have an issue with one of the baits and you can't figure out how to work it or something, you can always give them a call. Since they have experience with it, they'll be able to walk you through that. So let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. This is their logo. This is the Tackle Monkey logo. It feels like a sticker, so I can go ahead and stick it to tackle box, the side of the boat. This is called line cutters. This was seen on the Shark Tank show. It's a ring, an adjustable ring that you can use to cut fishing line, and it's got the little description there on the back. I suppose this could be useful for you know, cutting your line quickly if you're like in a tree or something. I don't think this would be good for trimming. I still have my clippers for that, but it's a nice little tool. Mustad hooks, 2/0 size. There's 6 of them in here. You know, the offset hooks for rigging soft plastics. I'm sure there's some soft plastics in here for this to go to. Some dude wipes. Oh boy. We have something from Azuma. This is called the Clod Hopper. It dives to 6 to 9 feet, and I believe this is a crankbait that's got like a crawdad imitation. That's why they call it the Clod Hopper. Let's go ahead and pull this out of its box. So it is translucent, and it's got kind of that crawdad coloration. You can see the balls there to make that sound. Hooks are kind of sharp. They look pretty sharp. I'm not sure what kind of brand they use for the hooks. Now on the bottom it does say 4 to 8, and on the box it says 6 to 9. So it's going to be interesting what this actually goes down to. I'll be trying all these lures out today to see how well they work. So I'm really excited to go ahead and try that out. Is the original steel shad. This is a blade bait, and the typical way I've seen to fish this is you throw it, let it sink, it'll flutter down, and you let it hit the bottom, and then you pick it up real quick, and it looks like a dying bait fish, and you just kind of jig it up and down, and it looks like a dying bait fish. Now this would be good for type of water that has shad. My lake does not have shad, but it doesn't mean that with the changing temperatures there isn't some sort of bait fish, maybe like a white perch, that is affected and could be dying. It does say you can fish any depth, any fish, and there are some other ways you can use it. You can just do it with a steady retrieve. It's got that jerky retrieve which I talked about, and it says in shallow water you can bend it either to the left or to the right, and it'll swim on its side. And it says it'll even swim sideways on top of weed and grass lines, which is interesting. So not just a winter bait or a late fall bait, but is supposed to be able to be used all year round. So we're gonna have to give that a shot today. Here's another crankbait from Azuma. This is called the Shaker Z, and is a lipless crankbait. That's nice. It's kind of got that I can't remember what shad color has that red behind the gill plate there. I don't know if it's a gizzard shad, but nice paint job. A lot of noise with this diver. Look at this big boy. This is a massive crankbait. It says it runs down to 20 feet, and I do believe we have the depth here in this lake for that, so I'm not too concerned about going too deep. Look at that. That is something right there. Sorry, this is from Jenko Fishing, which has got VMC hooks on it. We do have some soft plastics to go with those offset hooks. This is from Buddha Bait, Baby Mama, and it's in Bama Bug, which looks like a green pumpkin with a brighter green flake in it. I'm not sure what this is at all. I'm gonna have to ask the people there at Tackle Monkey what this bad boy is, but it kind of feels like one of those stretchy sock things. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's for a rod, maybe a rod holder. Go ahead and give them a shout out after this video and see if they can explain this one. So let's go ahead and get the boat in the water. Let's tie on a couple of these baits, try out their action, take a look at how they work, and see if we can go ahead and get some bass today on them. Okay, so I've brought back the fish finder from the last video and fiddled around with it a little bit. I got to get the feet. I increased the strength a little bit, and really I'm more interested in the depth that we're in. So right now we're in 9.5 feet. This crankbait runs down to 9 feet, so I feel like this is probably going to work really well over here. Let's go ahead and try this baby out. So nice, it's got a pretty fat wobble. I don't know if you can see that there. Try to keep it near the surface, but it's got a really fat wobble there. All this line is hanging off the side here. Looking at the depth finder here, we're almost in 16 feet of water. You know, most likely than not, something that runs 6 to 9 feet isn't going to get bit. I mean, that's expected. But seeing this is really helpful. And according to this, there seems to be fish all over the place. You can see that. But the last time we were out here marking fish left and right, and we couldn't get anything to come up. It just jumped up to 16 feet. Feet, wow. And then it just dropped back off again. So there's a hump in there. So I wouldn't have known that. It's happened hitting the top of weeds. I am at 9 feet. This thing goes down to 9 feet. So I might be hitting the top of weeds or something. So this is good though. I mean, this goes down 9 feet and marking about 9 feet on the depth finder, and it's hitting that. Yep. Okay. We'll get back to this. If we can get some fish on some other lures, we'll give this guy another shot. I think since we're kind of shallow, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to that that creature bait. Put one of these mustad hooks on. Interesting profile. Got a couple of flippers here, which are kind of bluish, and then this fat body. Like I said, this thing is flavored. I don't know. Let's go this way, I guess. Really thick. I'm not sure if this mustad hook. Maybe. Yeah, with the body this thick, you might want to go with something a little more wider gap. We're going to give this a shot with the hooks that are provided, but if I can't get this to work with these hooks, yeah, look at that, sliding right through. Then I might switch over to one of my wide gap hooks, which might work a little bit better. So I'm trying to get this come through and then Texpose on the other side, but see how wide this is? Might just have to fish it like this, which I don't really want to do. It doesn't give you any. Yeah, see how that's sliding through? It's not even catching. And then you go this way, and it pushes all the way through there. And because how thick this thing is, you really can't get it to just stick like you want to. So, unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to cut off this mustad hook. One of my wide gap hooks that I already own. Alright, this is about as good as I can get it right now. But let's try this. So I'm wondering if this would go well on maybe a jig. Alrighty then, so let's see, where did you go? Got a little bit of a sink to it, of course, being lipless. Actually got a pretty good strong sink. Tight wobble, and you can hear the rattle. I'm not getting any luck on any crankbaits so far. I feel like if I keep doing this, I'm going to be banging my head against the wall for a little while. So instead of doing that, I'm going to kind of steer a little out of the channel. I'm going to go with my gut. And let's put on this football jig. And I'm going to use the Buddha bait trailer, so I'm still kind of going with it. You know, I'm still working the baits. Let's try a completely fresh one. So that would give a pretty beefy, pretty meaty profile. Hollow on the inside. That's interesting. It's almost like a tube. Okay. So there we go. That actually looks about right. So that's my biggest issue is okay, so I've only got a couple of baits left here. I've got the steel shad, I've got this deep diver. We're in 14 feet. So I'll go ahead and tie this on. Oh boy, that just drops. So I wonder, this has got to be more of like a close to the boat type of thing. I was covered in wheat. Oh! Did you see that? Holy cow, that scared the crap out of me. Holy cow. I don't know what that was, but it really wanted this. And this is all spun up, weeds everywhere. My God. Okay. I don't know. Maybe that's all it is. Boy. 5.5 feet. So I thought I had hit play earlier. Wouldn't have mattered. Tried running basically everything in the box. I even tried running chatterbait just to see if I can catch something today. Absolutely no luck. All in all, a little frustrated. Not necessarily with Tackle Monkey. The products that they had put in the box look great. They look like they're quality. They run true right out of the box. You know, the couple of suggestions with the Buddha baits. Those seem to be trailer baits for like a jig head. Not really meant for just a regular offset hook. I had a real hard time getting that hooked in. Tried a wider offset hook, which kind of worked, but the best presentation was behind my football jig. So recommendation on that is if they were to continue putting those in there, maybe consider adding a jig and eliminating the mustad hooks for maybe for a better presentation. The deep diver, I don't think ever got down to 20 feet. I'm not sure if it's just me. I mean, I'm using sinking line, so it shouldn't be keeping it up, casting it out pretty far, and I'm running it pretty quickly. So my depth finder is showing when I was running it in 11, 12 feet, and it was hitting weeds. But anything deeper than that, I wasn't catching anything. I wasn't hooking into any of the weeds coming off the bottom. So I seem to have only been able to get a good 12 feet out of a 20-foot diver, which is a little disappointing. But a couple chasers today, one on the blade bait and one on the lipless. Both were average size pickerel. I think the second one there, camera was off, so you probably didn't see it. It's just, I'm disappointed in myself. I haven't really been able to get on the bass lately, and it's unfortunate. I think this might be the last week that I can get out on the boat, because they are dropping the water in anticipation for winter. So if I do some more fishing, I might do some pond hopping on some lakes that haven't been dropped. I might also consider going down to the river and trying to see if I can catch something there. But that's been my my review on the Tackle Monkey subscription tackle box for October. If you are interested in getting a subscription box with them, I do believe that they are running a special. If you go on their website and plug in a code, you can get the box for $10, the first one. Every other box after that is, I believe, $27.95. Every month is different baits, and you know, they really try their best to put in baits that are going to work in the time, the month that you're in. Unfortunately, I think it's tough right now. We've had some cold days. It gets down to the 40s at night. The bass are just tired. They're tight. They're not really eating. So I wish I was able to catch some fish on today's lures. It is what it is. Skunks happen. But that's it, man. This has been John with Average John Fishing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.